Hey, what's up? It's Rob from Robert Gay and the Alarms, and today we are taking a look at How to Make a Memory. This is the album from 2020, that's when it was released, but it was recorded in 2016 and 2017 with this cast of characters. We've got Brady Surface on bass, Zach Robinson on some drums and some guitar, Stephen Puckett on drums, Anthony Jorison on keys, and me singing lead, playing some trumpet and guitar. And the cover is pretty cool. There's a background of an image that's a Polaroid taken by a dear departed friend, Penny Feltz, who I've worked with for many of my projects. And all of these shots on the back are also shots, Polaroids and other film shots by Penny Feltz. The line artwork that you see, this design, is by my dear friend Allie Wilcox, who I grew up with. She's very dear, kind of like a sister almost, and a really talented visual artist. It was really great to collaborate with her on this design. And I worked with a friend for the layout as well. I'm blanking on her name right now, but I'll come back to that another time. I'll cut that part out. So yeah, let's take a look at the songs on this record. We've got Waste of Wonderful. So that's the first song on this album, How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms. Let's take a look at it real quick. It's in the key of A, but instead of this A, I play it up here. And then it goes to A major to A major 7, so it's like... I'm like a needle in the hay. Should I be weirder or just work harder? Should I be bitter or broken hearted? What is my place? I'm saving face in a faceless world. So give me the grace to be more than a waste of wonderful. So I really like that song. I would say it is about finding your place in the world, like the chorus says. And I'm someone who, maybe my prefrontal cortex is not the same as everybody else's. I can kind of get lost in what is my identity? Where do I belong? So if you are someone who kind of questions yourself and where you belong, check out my music. We might be similar kindred spirits. Let's take a look at song number 2. So today we're looking at How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms. And track 2 is called 27 Club. So that one goes like this. It's in G. Hey Chris, I'm thinking of you when I'm driving, but sometimes you're still around, leading through the background. I want to see you soon, but not too soon. So yeah, that song is about Chris Bell of Big Star. And which one is Chris? That would be that one right there. I love this band, Big Star. They were a power pop rock and roll band from Memphis in the 70s. And as a Tennessean myself, I was really inspired to learn about Big Star. They had the keys to the studio at Ardent Studios in Memphis, and they worked really hard on their own music. Unfortunately, Chris Bell died at age 27. He's one of the famous 27 Club members of great artists gone too soon, kind of like Amy Winehouse. Chris died in a car wreck, and so this song is me saying that every time I'm driving, I think about Chris. I listen to a lot of Big Star music and Chris Bell music in the car. And even though I live in New York now, where I don't really drive anymore, I love those songs. And anytime I'm traveling, there's that quote, I never travel far without a little Big Star. So I think we all carry our favorite things with us. You might call it your attention collection. You might call it your religion. You might call it your favorite things. Whatever you call your grab bag, Big Star is definitely in mine. So it's a song saying, I want to see you soon, but not too soon. I want to meet my idols. I want to operate on the same level as my heroes, but I don't want to imitate every single thing about them. I want a nice long life rather than one cut short. All right, let's take a look at song 3. Again, How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms. Very proud of this record. Song 3 is called How to Make a Memory. And this is one of my favorite songs. It's very, it's kind of one of my definitive songs, I would say. Very popular with people. Can you see this owl here? That is a barred owl, or an artistic representation of one. Because when I was in high school, I interned as a counselor at Owls Hill Nature Center in Tennessee, just down the street from my folks' house. And I learned the calls of many wild beasts, including the barred owl, which goes, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" Years later, I realized that was kind of a melody, and it became this. Who cooks for you in the morning, darling? Who cooks for you in the evening? I've been looking for somebody who can teach me how to make a memory. And it's a fun song. It's one of those things that I feel like I discovered more than I wrote. It goes through the full circle of fifths chord progression. You've got E minor, A major, D major, G major, C major, F major, B major, E major, and then E minor. Very satisfying chord progression. Lyrically, actually, there's a fun nod to the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears in the verses. Who's that sleeping in my bed? Who's talking in my head? 'Cause now and then I find there's nothing in my mind. So yeah, pulling a little bit from everywhere. You've got some Goldilocks, you've got some barred owl lingo. That's how the sausage was made on that song. Let's take a look at song 4 from How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms. Song 4 is called Don't You Know? And I will admit that I always think about the TV show Bobby's World that I grew up with a Midwestern mom who said, "Oh, don't you know?" But that's not what this song is about. It's there's a little bit of parental influence in there, maybe. It's got sort of a rebellious young person's attitude who's maybe tired of being chided, whether that's by a parent or a significant other or teacher or someone, in your orbit. But this is a rockin' song. It goes a little something like this. Doing that. So let's talk about the song for a second. It's sorry, let me cut to the chorus for just a second. It's don't you know we're falling out of touch? Don't you know my heart, it hurts so much? Don't you know we're falling and I can't give up on you? So yeah, it's kind of slipping, sliding around, a lot of cool chord changes in that one. I like this song a lot. It's got a defiant attitude to it, and there's a cool solo. It's fun to play. All right, let's take a look at track number 5. This song is called No Home. This is a heavy one. I will admit it's definitely influenced by Elephant from Tame Impala. It's cool to try to imitate a song you like. There's originality in this song too, but it definitely has some influence from Tame Impala. But it's make it. Yeah, been a while since I've sung this one. But yeah, this is a cool, heavy, sort of progressive song. We recorded it with 2 drum kits at the same time. Zach was on one kit in the garage, and Steven was on a different drum kit in the drum room. And so there's double drumming. You can hear one in the left ear, kind of one in the right ear, and it's pretty cool. It's very beefy. We also recorded this song live. There's like almost no overdubs on it, so basically what you hear is what we performed as a full band, and that always feels really cool to do. It's epic, it's heavy, it's intense, it's rocking, so that's No Home. Let's take a look at the last track of side 1 of How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms. So this track is called Untouchable. And this song is, it's a cool song. It's kind of got like a Brit rock feel, maybe like a little bit of Oasis or the Verve or Verve Pipe or something like that. Untouchable, untouchable. Get your white dress and paint it black. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, etc. So this song was written with my buddy Scott Shyrock, who I was in a band with called Vidic and Kind. It had a couple names. Scott's a great guy, great collaborator, great friend. And so I would often go over to his studio and just, try to do some production, some writing. And this was one of the songs that we worked on together. As I remember, we stayed up all night working on this song. And so I'd keep falling asleep a little bit, and I'd wake up and I'd have another idea, just crashing on his couch, shortly out of college, just living that single life, working on music and not doing much else. So yeah, this was a cool lightning in a bottle song that was written in one night. There was a demo version that's really cool. It's more electronic, but I wanted to give it the full band treatment, so we did. And I would say, lyrically, it's got some, thematically, the lyrics have to do with, goals that you have, and then maybe when you actualize them, you realize, oh, maybe I didn't really get what I wanted after all. Maybe what you want is always a little bit out of reach. It's kind of untouchable. Maybe you are feeling untouchable. Maybe you're feeling not in a good way. It's there's untouchable where I can't be beaten, but there's also untouchable where what's wrong with me? Why can't I be touched? Why am I so isolated? So it's about all of those things. Yeah. So that's the end of side 1. Let's take a look at the start of side 2 of How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms. Side 2 starts with one of my favorite songs, Nobody Baby. And this song is Capo 4, I know that, because I play this song a lot still. This song started as a collaboration. Well, no, it started with the germ of an idea from my good friend and former bandmate, Matt Sibilia. Matt's brother is a really great artist as well in his own right, but we'll talk about that another time, Mark Sibilia. But Matt does some songwriting as well. And back when we were riding around in the van with that band Vidic, he had this little bit of a song idea that was it's something like I'm Nobody Baby, and we messed around with it a little bit, and I got the germ of a song going. And then a couple years later, I finished it out, and I was really proud with how the song came together. It's got some tricky, not every measure is 4/4, so there's some 3/4 beats and measures in the chorus and stuff like that. So let's take a look at it real quick. It's You've been saying that something is wrong and you don't belong. You've been saying that something's gone bad, feeling so sad. I can feel it, it's falling through. Get the feeling it's long past due. Baby, this sad, I'll be beside you. that's a fun trick. Nobody wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's economical songwriting, right? You don't need that fourth beat. Cut it out. So I really like that song. It's very high energy. It's very fun to play. There's lots of harmonies. It kind of feels like a Ford commercial in the best way. All right, next song. Taking a look at How to Make a Memory by Robert Gaye and the Alarms. Very stoked on this record. Side 2, track 2 is Baby I Love You. This song I'm going to explain a little bit about. While we were getting ready to produce this record, after my first album, I was approached by a team of filmmakers from a production company called Weisenheimer Productions, and they approached me with a script that was called From Point A to Point B. And they said that they had reached out to a lot of different rock artists, power pop artists, garage rock artists, people like me who make my kind of music, and they said that they had a budget to ask bands to record original songs and some cover songs for this film. I got a contract, I got the script, I actually wrote some material and rewrote some material based on that script and that film. And this is one of the songs that was affected by it, Baby I Love You. So I had started the song with my own thing in mind, just like kind of dealing with a crush. And then the script for this movie, which never came to be, more on that in a minute. The script was about this couple that was, you know, a West Coast guy and an East Coast girl, and sort of the back and forth, you know, some of the anxiety and trepidation of an early relationship, long distance. And yeah, so Baby I Love You is, it's an interesting song. I actually don't play it as much anymore. It feels a little complicated for me, I guess. Maybe I have some mixed feelings about it. But it's something like this. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. A little more than I'm supposed to. Yeah. So that's that song. Next up is Good Things. Side 2, track 3 of How to Make a Memory by Robert Gaye and the Alarms. So this song, Good Things, was also a little bit affected by the Point A to Point B script. The bridge of this song, Good Things, has a line about Point B to Point A, which is about going backward, you know, kind of wanting to go backward in time a little bit. But it's also a reference to that movie script. To fill you in, the movie never happened. It seemed to be some sort of money laundering scam or something. They kept telling us that Emily Blunt was attached, and then we found out that she was pregnant and not shooting and taking time off, and it was a whole weird thing. So became very disillusioned for a while. But Good Things is a song that holds up for me. I think it's a really good song. And it goes like this. La da da, la da da, la da 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 da. Over the river and through the woods, then a couple more. How many miles from Hollywood, all the way to the Atlantic shore? I'd drive them all tomorrow, if that's what I had to do. But sometimes good things just come to you. So yeah, you can probably tell that was influenced by this coast-to-coast romance story. But you know what? The movie never got made, so now it's a story I get to tell with my own... I get to make my own sense out of it, and so do you. So that's Good Things, and let's take a look at the next song. That would be Borrowed Time. Borrowed Time. Next song on the record here, How to Make a Memory by Robert Gaye and the Alarms. So Borrowed Time is a cool song. It's definitely influenced by Twin Peaks and the music from Twin Peaks by Angelo Badalamenti. It's also got this cool, weird chord. A little something like this. The sun is up, the clouds are blue. My fingers go where I want them to. And oh, I'm amazed. How long can life go on this way? Living life in the moment. Living like I don't know that I'm on borrowed time. So yeah, this song means a lot to me. It feels a little bit mournful. It feels a bit wistful. It's romantic, but it's also it's got some doubt, some feeling in there. And then the bridge actually is a little shout out to, how we anchor ourselves when we feel that way. So a good friend can feel like a four-leafed clover that you found. And I had a good friend named Nick who passed away, and every time he could find a four-leaf clover like nobody else. And so to this day, every time I pass a clover patch, I look for a four-leafed clover. And it reminds me of my dear friend Nick, and helps me remember that I'm not alone, and that I'm living life not just for myself, but for others, to be a servant, to be someone who can serve with my gifts and my talents. So the bridge is, just when I'm thinking it's over, everything turns on a dime. You were my four-leaf clover. Now I'm living life in the moment. So yeah, a good friend can remind you why you're alive. And yes, you might be living on borrowed time, but make every moment count. All right, let's take a look at the next song. How to Make a Memory is the album by Robert Gay and the Alarms. That's me and my friends. And the next song, next to last, is Whole Heart. This song I wrote for my grandmother, Irene Martin. When she passed, I was compelled to write a song. And it's not a grieving song. It's not a mourning song. It's a celebration of life. It's upbeat. It's like... When you love with your whole heart, something happens inside. When you love with your whole heart, something starts to divide and expand, and you won't understand. Come inside, come and see. Why'd it take so long for me to love with my whole heart? Love with my whole heart. Love with my whole heart. Love with my whole heart. So yeah, my grandmother, Irene, was a woman, a person, a human being who loved with her whole heart and taught me how to do the same. And I think when you're connecting with that attitude, when you're open and giving and loving and have kind of a heart of service, you're going to feel tremendous energy in what you do. You're going to feel tremendous meaning. And other people are going to be influenced by that too. You will be a blessing to other people if you love them with your whole heart. So it's a song to encourage myself to do just that, and to encourage you to love your life, love yourself, love other people with a whole heart, and keep refilling, your cup. Don't let it get empty. All right. The last song on this album, How to Make a Memory by Robert Gay and the Alarms, is Everyone I Know. Now, this is not the first time, I put this song on an album. It's not the first recording of this song. It came out earlier on an album called When I Was Young, but it's one of my favorite songs I've written. It's one of my favorite songs to perform. And, there were some subtle differences in how the band was playing it. So we had some studio time at Blackbird Studios, which is amazing, like a world-class studio. That's where this photo is from, at Blackbird. But yeah, we were recording at Blackbird. We did 27 Club, Good Things, and Everyone I Know at Blackbird. And it was great to work there. We worked with Jonathan Gepner, who was a French engineer that was a student at the time, along with some other guys. John Helfrich was one of them. And shout out to John and Gabe, some great guys over there. But Everyone I Know is a fun song. It's a weird song. It's kind of proggy. My friend Matt calls it like acid rock, so take that for what it's worth. But it's got some key changes and some time changes. Everyone I know adores you, and everybody knows it's true, 'cause everyone I know's in love with. I play my cards on the table, and I keep my ducks in a row. Oh, but no one knows. No one knows. 'Cause everyone I know adores you, and everybody knows it's true. Well, everyone I know's in love with you. Everybody's head over heels for you. I'm going to give a little spoiler here. There's a section toward the end where it goes. And that's just a subtle little influence from Green Day coming through. The little brain stew. So that's in there. There's some A Day in the Life by the Beatles, because it does this whole like lowest note to highest note, crazy climax, and then so yeah, this is it's a hard song to put into words, but it's really fun to listen to. It's danceable. It goes all over the place. Well, anyway, that concludes our brief look through How to Make a Memory by Robert Gaye and the Alarms. It's been a pleasure jumping through these songs with you all. And it's available on vinyl, as you can tell. It's also available wherever you like to stream music. Worldwide, it's on all the streaming services. So, thanks for hanging out. My name's Robert Gaye from Robert Gaye and the Alarms. Peace.